Hey, thanks for checking out my channel. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, and this is my review slash recap of House of the Dragon. Season 1, Episode 10, the season finale. The grand... Yes, this got picked up for a second season, so we can say season finale. If you thought this thing wasn't getting a second season... Really? This thing will probably get a third season before season 2 premieres. So, HBo loves their Games of Thrones games, being now that they have more than one show. I'm a blind film critic, but I was still mortified during that birth scene. What is up with birthing scenes in this show? Like, why are we trying to fuck with people as much as possible? Like, what is the point of consistently showing when, like, how terrible this stuff is? It's like, it's a lot in one season. Like, it's the kind of thing that other shows I feel like would have spread out over the course of, like, the run of the series, but yet we've had this many in one season. So yeah, it's a lot. Luckily, Rhaenyra, she survived hers, which was a lot, but that could not have looked good. It didn't sound good. The audio description on that was, I was like, oh my god, are they really showing that on television? Is that what happened? Are we, oh, okay. Oh no. Alright. But, yeah, so I saw this a little bit after everybody. I didn't stay up to watch it, so the internet had already gotten a little, like, in a tizzy all over this finale, and it was fun to, like, wake up and see my friends on my social media just getting, you know, all enraged or being like, that was season 1 of House of the Dragon is the most perfect thing I've ever seen. Or the, what? I can't believe they ended it there. When is season 2 coming? Ah! It was like my favorite reaction. And I saw all of that before watching the episode, just to like my Facebook feed. And I was like, ooh, I wonder what's going to happen. Because based on where episode 9 left us, I was like, episode 10 could do just about anything. I was encouraged to sort of see what George R.R. Martin wrote that they're using as the basis for the story, so I could stop complaining about right there and Damon being together, because they're like, that's George R.R. Martin wrote that. That's in the story. And I was like, yeah, but do we have to do it? Like, is it? Oh, okay, we do. All right. So yeah, like, I do know, and I know sort of the fate of everything, and it does kind of feel like we're moving fast, just because, I mean, damn. But by the way, if you clicked on this thinking there weren't going to be spoilers, I don't know what to tell you. What did you think I was going to talk about? Like, spiritually, how this thing made me feel? No. So yeah, so Luke's scene there, for me, was interesting. From an audio description perspective, because of how it was described. I don't know if the dragon bit Luke or the dragon alone. Does that make sense? I forget the name of Luke's dragon. We cannot possibly be expected to remember all of these characters' names and all of their dragons' names. Luke's dragon and Aemon's dragon. So Aemon's dragon bit Luke's dragon. Apparently, huge size differential, and that would have been good to know. I didn't really feel like I knew that until it was too late. I didn't know how much bigger one was than the other. Big enough to take a chunk out. So, and the dragon starts plummeting, because I guess it died, or it had part of its wing and couldn't fly anymore. But did Luke actually get bitten? Because he plummeted into water on top of a dragon. There's a chance that they could find him. Now, if not, and the dragon also bit Luke, or ate Luke, in which case, the description was a little vague on what happened to Luke in the biting, I would say. And because the actor chose not to, like, go off into that great yonder with a scream, I was just left with plummeting to the ground. And then obviously we see the scene with Rhaenyra being mortified and crying, but I was kind of like, who found him? You know, they're out there flying in the middle of nowhere. Who is the messenger? Like, who delivered that news? How long did it take for that news to travel to her? They don't have cell phones. Somebody couldn't text her and be like, LOL, I just saw Luke's dragon fall out of the sky. FYI. like there's nobody to... So, who? Like, were there... Did they send out, like, a search party? Did this take days, weeks, months? Like, how long? And if so, did Jace make it back? Because in the time that Jace had to go around to his things, you would think that he would have been back by the time they had found Luke. I mean, there's, like, who would have seen that? Who would have seen this battle? Like, how did they get that news back to Rhaenyra? I know, this show's gonna get an Emmy or something, but not everything this show does is perfect, okay? Not everything this show does is amazing. But, I'm not upset about the Luke thing. It's Game of Thrones. My God. We should be used to characters we like getting murdered by now. Like, I'm surprised more people didn't die in the finale. I'm surprised there isn't just like one character left standing and they're like, we'll introduce 20 new characters next season because we killed all of them in the season finale because this is Game of Thrones. Anyway, I guess, I mean, he seemed like a nice kid. He seemed like probably nicer of the kids, but they were all kind of brats at certain points throughout the season, so it was hard to be like, I want one of those guys to be king. But I mean, he seemed to have a little bit nicer disposition than Jace, so. But Jace, I don't know what's gonna happen to Jace, but Aemon can't be in two places at the same time, so as long as Jace gets out of wherever he gets out of and somebody doesn't feel like chasing him down and murdering him on a dragon, then Jace may survive a little bit into season 2, but we'll see. That's season 1. I love that we got totally from this perspective and they just left like everybody back at King's Landing out of the episode. Like, we didn't need to see them. Like, we spent an entire episode. Season 9 was entirely King's Landing. Season 10 was entirely like Rhaenyra and her response and what happens. So I thought that was a good balance. They're almost like, it's almost like a 2-part season finale. Like, you really need part 1 and part 2 to connect the stories so that you fully understand. I think they're gonna regret having let Otto live and not killing him, since Luke is now dead. That would be the first thing that went through my mind. Be like, I let your guy live. Should have fucking killed him. Anyway, I have a feeling this is gonna be like Game of Thrones, where the heavy amount of VFX and everything that goes into it is gonna cause it to not come back for a while. So I don't think we're gonna see this in 2023. I think we're gonna see this in 2024. Heads up. So you're gonna be waiting a while, because this premiered in the end of the summer-ish 2022. So if it takes a little over a year, earliest you might see it would be Christmas 2023, but it's more likely it's going to be like early 2024. Be my guess. That's it. I'm done talking about the show. I'm going to give this episode a grade of an A. And we're going to move on with our lives. I'll review other things, so you can keep checking out this channel. Hopefully you like me enough while I was doing these reviews to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers this year. I think I can do it, but I just need your help. So go ahead and do that. I also have a website, macthemovieguy.com, if you want to know anything else about my writings or whatever else. You can follow me on Twitter at MacTheMovieGuy. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what has audio description and where you can watch it. And you can go to theadna.org, which will let you know who's narrating your favorite shows. There's a little search option. You can go up there and you can type in your favorite shows, and you can sort of see if it is user uploaded. It's not industry uploaded like IMDb. So your answer may not be there, but your answer may be there. So give it a try. That's it for me today. I got to go review something else for you guys now that this series is over. But I will see you on the other side.